Under the suffocating weight of a blood-red moon, a chilling silence settled over the ancient village. As the midnight hour neared, an icy blue fog crept across the wooden porch, turning the warm candlelight into a ghostly shade of blue. Stepping out from the shadows was the Grim Reaper, a creature of cold perfection, bound to the absolute laws of the underworld. With an indifferent gaze, his pale hand unrolled the Crimson Register, the scroll that foretold the exact soul destined to cross over tonight. Upon the bed lay Seol-ah, her life flickering out. Without hesitation, Doha reached out to claim her soul. In her feverish state, Seol-ah instinctively reached out, desperately clutching and twisting the edge of his dark robe. Between her fingers and his sleeve, a glowing crimson thread materialized from nothingness. For the first time in centuries, the Reaper's frozen eyes trembled in profound shock. That single forgotten gesture cracked open the seal on his soul. A sharp pain pierced Doha's heart as his long-buried memories broke free. Centuries ago, he was not a Reaper, but a warrior with warm blood in his veins. Seol-ah, lying helpless in bed, was the very fiancé Doha had loved and given his life for centuries ago. Yet their happiness was short-lived. Framed by treacherous rivals, her family was falsely accused of treason and destroyed overnight. Hearing of her danger, he galloped desperately to save her. Cornered with nowhere to run, cold danger closed in, plunging her into utter despair. As the pursuer's cold blade targeted her, he threw himself forward without hesitation. In the arms of the weeping woman, he drew his final breath with a gentle smile of relief. For the blood shed on the battlefield and his lingering obsession, the king of the underworld erased his memories and assigned him the fate of a Grim Reaper. Returning to the present, a single tear escaped the Reaper's eye. He remembered her face, her voice, and his vow to protect her. Refusing to take her soul, the Reaper summoned his dark essence, smearing it over her name to erase her fate from the Crimson Register forever. To hide her existence from the eyes of the underworld, he cast a silent, powerful barrier around her home, concealing her soul in the shadows of the living. He had defied the laws of death itself, a dangerous choice that would soon bring the wrath of the underworld upon him. The next night, he returned to her side. Knowing his true identity, she felt no fear, only a strange, aching longing blooming deep within her heart. As he stepped closer, the frozen heart inside his chest, dead for centuries, began to beat once more with a violent, long-forgotten warmth. Night after night, he shared his vital spirit to heal her fragile body, protecting her while their love bloomed in secret. In that quiet midnight, their hearts finally intertwined, a fleeting, beautiful moment of love before the impending storm. Yet, behind every tender moment, a shadow of fear haunted him. He knew it was only a matter of time before the underworld noticed her missing soul. Meanwhile, deep within the underworld, her missing soul was finally discovered. The cold investigator, Mu-young, was dispatched to track down the traitor. The protective barrier began to tremble. The hunter reached their doorstep. With a surge of dark red lightning from his hands, the cold investigator shattered the protective barrier into glowing stardust. To protect the woman he loved, the Reaper raised his blade against his own kind. Under the crushing force of the senior investigator, the Reaper's blade began to yield, forcing him down into wet mud. Faced with the overwhelming power of the senior investigator, the Reaper's blade began to yield under the crushing red magic. Placing her hands over his trembling blade, She embraced him, sharers of the same fate, stepping into the storm together. Seeing the eternal bond of fate between them, a forgotten memory stirred within the cold investigator. Halting his blade, seizing that fleeting moment, the Reaper soared into the moonlit night with his beloved, their fate now intertwined beyond life and death.
Failed your duty, Mu Yang. Track the traitors to the Underworld at once. Execute all.
You truly safe. You risked everything for someone whose name was meant to fade.
I have realized my true purpose. Protecting you is far more vital than any duty the Underworld gave me. You are my only mission now.
You cannot run from the Underworld, Doha.
They are here. Stay behind me.
You cannot escape.
Will not touch even a single strand of her hair.
Let's die together.
No one can ever pull us apart.
Surrounded by the cold eyes of the Underworld, time stood still. There was no escape left for them.
The Register demands balance, Doha. A soul must fill the empty space, or I will have no choice but to drag her into the Underworld.
Looking down at her fragile breath, Doha knew what had to be done. He would not let fate steal her again.
I will pay the price. Take my soul and leave her out of this forever.
No, please, Doha, don't do this. I cannot live without you. I would rather die with you.
I'm sorry, Seola. This is my last promise. Live on.
With his immortal blood, he wrote his own name into the Register, trading his existence for her life.
In our past life, I lost my life blindly. But today, I give my soul willingly. Live on, Seola, until we meet as humans.
A Reaper's love is a curse to a mortal. To remember him is to live in eternal torment. Forget the Reaper, Seola, and live your life in peace. This is Doha's last wish and my final mercy.
When morning arrived, the curse was gone. She was whole and healthy once more. Every time her eyes caught a faint trace of red, a sudden aching sadness filled her chest. No name came to mind, no face appeared, yet her heart wept for someone it refused to forget. And on every rainy day, a cool breeze lingered by her side, the silent vow of a Reaper protecting her forever.